Hey guys, how are you? So today we're going to take a look at the iPhone 12 Pro Max leather case. So there are literally hundreds and thousands of cases available for the iPhone. There is no shortage in the Apple ecosystem of accessories, and you're probably going to find a type and design that meets your preferences. You're going to find something in plastic, silicone, leather, gold, diamond. I don't even know how many variations there are. And because there isn't a shortage, it's a lot to take in when you're trying to decide which case best suits your needs. Personally, I really like the Apple leather case. And ever since they launched this during the iPhone 5S days, I've always been a fan. It's a really nice leather case, and it's a really good way to protect your phone without adding too much bulk or heft to it. And it also is the only case or only line of cases that will have the Apple logo if that's important to you. So let me walk you through why I think this is a really good case to consider, and I'll tell you a few things I don't like about it and a few things you should be worried about when you start using this case. Okay? So first thing, if you check the box of the case, you're going to see it says specifically it's natural leather. One of the nice things about natural leather is the feel in the hand, and with the Apple leather case, it's really very smooth and very nice to touch. It's not too slippery, and it gives you a good enough grip when you're using your phone. But one of the things you should think about whenever you buy a leather case, it's not just Apple, but anything that uses genuine or natural leather, is that over time it's going to develop what they call a patina. So parts of the case will start to change color based on how elements, natural or otherwise, interact with your case. So getting it wet, using your phone with oily fingers. For the leather one, for the brown leather one, this will be more apparent, but otherwise it's still going to look really nice, and it's going to be an aesthetic that you probably grow into. I've had this phone case for maybe a few weeks now, and you're going to see some of the edges are already exhibiting that change in color. It's much darker here along the top. These would normally be where my fingers would rest after washing my hands or eating food, and it's very noticeable, but it adds to the personality of the case. It makes it look a little more rugged, I guess, more battle worn. So if you're into that rustic aesthetic over time look, it's going to be really cool. But if you're not a big fan, it's probably a good idea maybe to get a darker color if you really want the leather case. Now, this generation, one of the things I really appreciated was the raised plastic on the camera bump. It helps protect the camera much more compared to before, where it was just the leather. So with the addition of the plastic on this case, the phone's camera does not touch the table or surface directly. It will help prevent scratches on the camera if you accidentally or intentionally slide your phone along the table. Hopefully you don't. So this year's leather case also protects the bottom now, and a lot of people like that. In the past, for the 11 Pro Max, for example, the bottom was open. Personally, I preferred the open bottom just because whenever I did the pinky grip, the one, when you have to support your phone, instead of the leather case digging into my pinky, I get the cool metal, but to each their own. So if we check the inside of the case, you're also going to see some protection from scratches, at least because of the lining. It's very smooth, it's very soft, perfect for the glass back of your iPhone. This also has the MagSafe ring in the middle of the case. This allows you to connect this to other MagSafe devices without the magnet sort of weakening because of the added bulk or the added thickness between the iPhone's magnet. It's pretty nice. It doesn't bleed through to the back, unlike the plastic one, which I personally don't like. But it helps it keep that utility while keeping the case looking premium. And you're also, of course, going to find the labels and the Designed by Apple in California text at the back. One thing you can expect when you put your phone in the case is that you're going to get that full screen animation of the MagSafe compatible case being registered, and the color is going to shift based on the color of the case you have. Now, one of the other things I didn't like about the case is there are times when I pull it out of my pocket, I'll find that some part of the phone is raised a little too much. So it's going to look like this. It does worry me because if I accidentally hit something or drop it, it would hit the phone instead of the case. But other than that, I don't think there are too many things you could say negatively about this case. It's overall a pretty good case and definitely worth it if you're looking for leather. But is this case good for you? Is this case something you should consider if you're looking for a more premium looking iPhone case? Well, first thing you have to consider is, am I going to need MagSafe? Because if you're not, the added premium for this leather case can be spent elsewhere. Unless you're invested in the MagSafe ecosystem of accessories, it makes very little sense to get this specific leather case compared to the many others. Another thing is the color. If you're more interested in a darker or a deeper brown, a more rustic type brown rather than this lighter color saddle brown, you might want to check elsewhere. It's not bad, but you might be looking for a specific style that maybe matches your belt or your shoes better. So that's one thing you can consider. And of course, if you're looking for drop protection, I don't think this would be a good fit for that. It's nice, it may be able to protect your phone when you drop it 1 or 2 times, but if you're a chronic dropper, maybe try something else. Try a thicker case or look for something that has a bumper to make it better. It's more expensive, sure, but you pay the Apple accessory tags. The Apple logo can only be printed on these kinds of cases. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. If not, the other button works too. I'm Ian, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!